Two guys. Same job. Same paycheck. Same city. One of them retired at 62 with $1.4 million in the bank. The other one died at 71 with nothing. And the difference had nothing to do with luck, income, or intelligence. The difference was one habit. Most people do it completely backwards. You're about to see the invisible tax that kills wealth at age 24, the 2008 mistake that cost Ray everything, and the exact 20-minute setup Marcus used, that you can copy this week. But first, you need to see how close you already are to becoming Ray. Meet Marcus and Ray. Both 24. Both hired at the same manufacturing company in Ohio. Same department. Same $48,000 salary. From the outside, they looked identical. But inside their heads, they were playing two completely different games. The Federal Reserve says 56% of Americans can't cover a $400 emergency without borrowing. People who've worked for decades. Marcus and Ray were headed toward two of those statistics. Just on opposite ends. First paycheck. $3,800 hits Ray's account. Gone in 9 days. TV, rent, food, couple nights out. He earned it. Same $3,800 hits Marcus's account. $380 vanishes first. Into an account he can't easily touch. Pattern interrupt, that $380 cost Ray $847,000. Here's the math. That 10% difference, compounded over 38 years at a modest 7% annual return, becomes $847,000. That's not a typo. That's one decision. Made in under 5 minutes. On month 1. Ray's plan was spend first, save whatever's left. The problem? There's never anything left. But here's what's actually happening underneath. And this is where almost everyone gets it wrong. Every time Ray got a raise, his spending went up by almost the same amount. Economists call it lifestyle inflation. Ray just called it living better. By 35, he was making $74,000. He also had a bigger apartment, a newer car payment, and a credit card quietly charging him 22% interest. That credit card was the real killer. Not the coffee. Not the avocado toast. $6,000 in credit card debt at 22% interest, paid with minimums, takes 11 years and costs $9,000 plus in interest alone. $9,000 Ray worked for, handed directly to a bank. Marcus had one credit card too. He paid it in full. Every single month. No exceptions. No excuses. But there's a twist here. One that changes how you see all of this. Ray thought he was doing fine. Credit cards. Normal. Raises. Spend more. Debt. Everybody has it. Marcus knew something Ray didn't. Debt is a tax. And Ray was paying it every single month. What I'm about to show you is the exact tax Ray paid for 38 years straight. And exactly why Marcus paid zero. Ray never thought much about his 401k until he was 32. 8 years late. When he finally opted in, he put in just enough to get the company match. Safe. Reasonable. Devastating. Marcus maxed his out at 24. Year 1. Maxing a 401k at $22,500 per year starting at 24, over 38 years at 7%, $4.6 million. Starting at 32, same contributions, same rate, $2.3 million. 8 years cost Ray $2.3 million. Not $2,300, $2.3 million. But here's the part that made me stop and stare at the ceiling. Marcus didn't just invest. He invested consistently. Even when the market dropped. Especially when the market dropped. In 2008, the S&P 500 lost 38%. Ray panicked. Pulled everything out. Locked in his losses. Missed the entire recovery. Marcus doubled his contributions for 6 months. He bought shares at the cheapest price he'd ever see. By 2013, the market had fully recovered. Marcus's portfolio had more than doubled from the bottom. Ray was still rebuilding from near zero. And here's what Ray tried next. At 45, he made one comeback attempt. It almost worked. At 45, Ray tried to fix everything. Started a side hustle. Pressure washing driveways on weekends. Made an extra $800 a month. Then bought a truck to haul the equipment. $790 a month payment. He was running faster. On a treadmill. Marcus at 45. His dividends were covering his mortgage. He didn't need a side hustle. He needed a vacation. Fast forward to 62. Marcus puts in his retirement notice. Walks out with $1.4 million, a paid-off house, and passive income from dividends. Ray keeps working. Not because he loves it. Because he has no choice. His body's tired, his knees hurt, and the bills still don't stop. At 67, he claims Social Security early, the worst possible time, because waiting isn't an option anymore. Claiming at 67 instead of 70 costs the average American $180,000 in lifetime benefits. That's the penalty for not having options. Ray didn't lose a retirement. He never had one to lose. According to the Employee Benefit Research Institute, 40% of Americans expect to work until their body physically gives out. That's not pessimism. That's the math of doing nothing. Here's the thing that hit me hardest when I really sat with this. Ray wasn't dumb. He wasn't lazy. He wasn't reckless. He was playing a game he didn't know the rules to. Nobody sat him down at 24 and said, "Your habits right now, not your income, not your intelligence, not your circumstances, your habits will determine every option you have at 62. The gap between Marcus and Ray wasn't money. It was information. And time. Because of compound interest, the years you add early are worth far more than the years you add late. $1 invested at 24 is worth dramatically more than $1 invested at 34. Every year you wait doesn't cost you 1 year. It costs you a multiple. And the most painful part? The actual habit takes less than 20 minutes to set up. Once. Here's what this means for you. Right now. If you're under 40, you still have what Marcus had, time. But it's burning. This week, 3 moves. First, open a high-yield savings account and automate 10% of your next paycheck into it before you touch anything else. Second, log into your employer benefits portal and bump your 401k contribution by even 1%. Just 1%. Third, pull up your credit card balance and write down the interest rate. That number is your real tax rate. None of this requires more income. It requires a different order of operations. Pay yourself first. Live on what's left. That's the entire difference between Marcus and Ray. Nothing more. Now I want to hear from you. Which one hit closest to home? The lifestyle inflation, spending every raise. Waiting too long to invest. Or panic selling when the market dropped? Drop a 1, 2, or 3 in the comments. Takes 2 seconds. I read every single one. And if this video changed how you think about money, the next one is going to go even deeper. It's about the 4% rule. The number that determines whether your retirement money lasts, or runs out when you're 82. Most people skip it. Most people run out. It's on the end screen. Watch it next.